Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks Parlays. We're talking NFL action. Titans at Ravens. We've got a promo code. The code is DOG if you want 15% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. Again, that code is DOG, D-O-G. The Ravens are favored -6.5. The total is 49. Both of these teams are 6-3 on the year. Titans 3-6 against the spread. Ravens 4-5 against the spread, and both coming off putrid performances in primetime games. The Ravens, of course, losing to the Patriots, and then you had the Titans handing over points to the Colts on Thursday Night Football with the worst special teams you could probably imagine, with their punter that they got from FedEx. It was not fun to watch as a Titans fan, but we've got Dan Kaiser here to break it all down for us. Dan, thoughts on Titans and Colts?
To be honest, neither one of these teams were fun to watch last week because I had both of them.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I mean, it's one of those games. It's just I don't know. You got the Titans. Everybody knows it's Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's rushed for 946 yards this year, 8 touchdowns. But you look at Ryan Tannehill's numbers. I mean, he's 20 touchdowns, has 3 interceptions, and you just wonder why did they lose 3 games? I mean, it's just he hasn't been bad. It's just a weird team for me to figure out. As you said, the special teams, I think they would have been better getting a different driver from FedEx to punt the ball for him last week. Couldn't do any worse. I mean, and then you got the Ravens. I mean, they lost to New England, whatever. I mean, Lamar Jackson, yeah. Everybody loves Lamar Jackson. I just not sold on him because he's great at running the ball. I just don't think he's that great a passer, and that seems to get him in trouble. Just looking at both these teams, I don't want to take a side, so I guess I'm taking the under in this one. I just look at a couple of things. The under's 9-3-1 in the last 13 meetings between these two teams, 6-0-1 to the under in the last 7 meetings when they play in Baltimore. I don't know. Like I said, I can't pick a side. And like
Dan, I had the same
reaction
reaction when I saw this game.
Both teams like to run the ball. I'll take the under and pray.
I am with you on the under, and I'm just gonna hold my nose the whole game.
Yeah.
And
hope Tennessee's punter can punt the ball. If he can do that, that'll be half the battle. If they can punt the ball
to
away.
his credit, he didn't get the best of protection, and he was under duress. So hopefully he can have some practice this week because, as I mentioned, they got him from FedEx. He was literally delivering packages when he got the call. He delivered 2 more packages after he got that call from the Titans. So hopefully the things are looking up for the Titans punter. But yeah, I like the under in this one as well. As you mentioned, the over-under record for these two teams over the seasons. Titans and the Ravens used to be rivals back in the early 2000s, 2 of the better teams in the AFC. And to make things worse, after Steve McNair had his great run with the Titans, he went to the Ravens. So a lot of bad blood between these two teams over the years, and it's usually been a very physical matchup. And this year, both teams really like to run the ball. The book seems to be out when it comes to Lamar Jackson. I think he's still good. Don't get me wrong, and don't come for me in the comments. I think he's still a really good quarterback, but people are kind of figuring out how to scheme on defense, how to stop them. The same could be said for the Titans because obviously their offense runs through Derrick Henry. If they can't get the run game going, they're in trouble. Despite Ryan Tannehill's good numbers, they still need to get first downs. And that was the issue in the Colts game because their defense finally made a stop in the second half at the goal line. And then the Titans couldn't get a first down. So you can't blame that loss completely on special teams and defense. Like most games, you normally blame the defense for the Titans. But here, I like the under. Both teams are trying to control the clock, trying to run the ball. So, yeah, I like the under.
The Lamar Jackson thing, I agree with you. I think what they kind of figured out with Lamar Jackson is almost a Mitch Trubisky thing. Not saying those two are anywhere close to the same.
No,
but it's almost
they're not.
but it's almost like make him play quarterback. Make him sit in the pocket. Make him make the throws because he's just not that all accurate passer. And I just think if you don't let him get outside, you don't let him run, you don't let him make plays, you have a better chance.
That seems to be the consensus. However, I don't think that they're going to be nearly as bad in this game as they were against the Patriots. I think that they've got to come out a little bit better. They were so flat in that game. And this is still a really good Ravens team. I think they're missing a lot of players on defense. In that last game, Calais Campbell came out, I think, in the first quarter. And that was a big problem when defending the run. Another aspect in this one is the Patriots were really good at executing play action passes with Cam Newton. And the Titans also do that really well. Ryan Tannehill actually ranks third in play action pass attempts and also yards. So I think there's so many aspects for the Titans where I'd want to take the Titans. They're coming off a little bit of extra rest. Adoree Jackson is back on the secondary, and Lamar Jackson is pretty one-dimensional. I hate saying it, but he just has been this season. But the Titans are so hard to trust because of the special team gaffes. And also, since losing Taylor Lewan, their best offensive lineman, the Titans' completion rate has dropped to 56%. That shows how important offensive linemen are. Before that, they were completing 70% of their passes. So it's been issues for Titans trying to get first downs. So these are two teams that I cannot trust. So that's why I, once again, am leaning on the under. That's going to do it for Titans and Ravens. As always, great insight from Dan Kaiser. Dan, thanks for joining us.